Hello and welcome to another edition of Toys from the Attic. For today's episode, I thought I'd be taking a look at Kenner's Snap Apart Swamp Thing. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this guy.
In the animated series, Swamp Thing was once a scientist named Alec Holland whose secret laboratory was destroyed by Arcane and his evil cronies. Doused with burning and corroding chemicals and falling into a nearby swamp, the resulting accident transformed him into the Swamp Thing. He has now vowed to protect the swamp from all evil with his supernatural powers. This story is different than in the comic books, where it is later revealed that Swamp Thing is actually a plant elemental who has gained the thoughts and memories of Alec Holland after he was tragically killed.
Okay, so here we have Snap Apart Swamp Thing. Now, as I said before, when this series came out in the 90s, I became an instant fan and wanted every single variation of these guys that they had. Now, this guy I'm going to probably say is maybe one of my least favorites out there, and I'm saying that very loosely. I love all my Swamp Thing characters. But he's the one that, I can kind of go back and forth on. You can definitely tell his sculpt. He's definitely made out of more of a greenish moss shape. I mean, it's like just hanging off of him. It's way different than the extending arm one and then the camouflage one, which is mostly all just roots. He doesn't have too much other, well, he has no other tones to him. I mean, all he has is his red eyes, and that's about it. He's just this kind of bright neon greenish color. As far as his gimmick goes, before I go into that, he also came with like a missile launcher that had some little like hook vine that would shoot out, would just snap. You kind of had to push it out, flick it out. Sadly, that broke over the years, and I have not been able to find a replacement for it, but it was like this kind of almost this big log bazooka. It's one of those things I really wish I had, because that was a cool little claw that could wrap around any bad guys or whatever. Anyways, as for his gimmick, you kind of just pull his leg out, and then he just kind of falls apart. So you kind of just pile him however you want. It's supposed I think it's supposed to mimic that he's just hiding in the swamp, and then when he's ready to spring up, he comes back to life, and you just press the button on his back, and all the joints pop back together. Or I guess if you hit him, he just falls apart and gets destroyed until he's able to grow back together. You could just kind of pile them however you want, and there's this little button on the back right here that you just press, and everything will pop back into place. Now, it doesn't pop back completely well, so you do kind of have to fix some things, like the hips right here will just nicely kind of fit into the little sockets. The legs can be rotated side to side. The arms can rotate side to side, and then you have these weird little joints here that on the side of the arm. You can kind of see how they have these little pegs, and they'll fit into one little peg back here, so you can kind of keep him in a position where his arm's up, or completely back. But still, as far as gimmicks go, it's just sometimes I don't like it, but this one I'm actually kind of okay with, and it's one I've not seen done. I haven't seen any other toy do this really, so that's kind of neat, and it stands out for those features. Let me get this. But anyways, this has been a look at Snap Apart Swamp Thing.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Also, feel free to check out some of my other toy review videos. Anyways, see you next time.